So I was asked to talk about Google+, LinkedIn, and Snapchat, and if you know me, I love Snapchat, so I got tons to say, and I got to summarize it in 5 minutes. So before I even do that, I just want to take a second to kind of explain how I use social media in general. Everyone seems to think that I'm just a social media guru, and that's not who I am. I do marketing. Social media is a tool, just like broadcast media or radio or the newspaper. It is just a tool. You can choose to be there or don't be there, but conversations about your business are happening there. So I really wanted to get up here and say, don't use Google+, it sucks, nobody's there, nobody's having a conversation. But I did some research. So when Google+ first came out, they wanted to integrate with all of their products. So you had to log into Google+ to use your Gmail, to use YouTube, to use Google. It was annoying, nobody liked it, they fired that guy. Then last year they hired someone new and nothing happened, there was no change. Well, this year they fired that guy, and now they've launched collections. So they're moving into the idea of Pinterest. So instead of circling the person or the business, you can just circle a collection of their material. So for example, I have one on Google+, it's just social trends, and all it is my blog articles easily accessed through Google through my business page using Google Maps. So there might be some use there. No one really knows where it's going or where it's headed because it's so new, it's something they're trying out, but it's worth looking at. LinkedIn. In preparation for this event, I wrote a blog article talking about the 4 benefits of completing your LinkedIn profile. If you haven't read it, I encourage that you do. You can find it on my website. You can find it at the New Bern Downtown Business Community on Facebook groups. Or just Google Kusnierczyk. I know that's really hard to spell, and if you need me to spell it, we can work that out after. But it talks about why you should. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to talk about the 7 things that you need to reach a full all-star profile. And then I watched the slide deck for the acquisition because Microsoft just bought LinkedIn. And I decided that's more interesting. So Microsoft recently purchased LinkedIn, and the things they're predicting that they're going to do starting next year is incredible. There is a possibility that the Windows Phone will be something to compete with Apple and Android. They're looking at integrating LinkedIn into all Microsoft products, just like Google did. Only this time, they're building a professional network just for professionals. So you go on LinkedIn and you log in and you can get to your Word and you can collaborate with your colleagues. You can collaborate with people in groups who have similar interests to you, whether that be marketing or holistic skincare or salon. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do. One of the things they're talking about is integrating LinkedIn with Cortana. So you would go to a business meeting and LinkedIn would pop up and let you know that you're going to meet with Bonnie at Jolie's Salon, and these are the things that she's been up to and what she's been doing, and hey, this is what you should talk about with her and how you should approach it.
Nice.
So I'm really interested in investigating LinkedIn a little bit further. I, as most of you have probably used LinkedIn, it's like an online resume, like, hey, you don't believe me, go check out my LinkedIn profile, right? It's like you don't have to actually physically print out anything, you just direct them over to LinkedIn to verify that you know what you're talking about. Maybe it's time for us to start investigating LinkedIn a little bit further because I'm really interested to see what Microsoft is going to take it, especially with social media redefining themselves almost as a broadcast company with Facebook Live. So that's going to be integrated, and this is the first time ever, that mobile and desktop use when it comes to TVs or media are neck and neck. $73 billion was spent last year on mobile alone. And that accounts for 37% of advertising. TV had 36. So if they don't start working together, that's all I got on that. So Snapchat, right? Because I like Snapchat, so let's go to Snapchat. So Snapchat is, now they're a camera company. They just redefined themselves as a camera company. They used to be a social platform, but my personal opinion, you can call a duck a dog, but it's still a duck. So I utilize Snapchat to tell stories. Storytelling, if you talk to Heather, is really important. It's really important for people to know who you are and what your brand is. So if you have something to say or showcase or do, Snapchat's a great place to interact with people. Let's say you're not, I've gotten this question a lot, I'm not comfortable in front of a camera, I don't want to do Snapchat. That's okay. It's a great place for you to network with like-minded people like Facebook groups in an instant. I had an issue with a LinkedIn profile for somebody that I was working with, and I was able to reach out to an expert in Jerusalem and have him on the phone to solve that issue. So you don't have to actually be on Snapchat to participate in Snapchat. You can just be there for the content. And they recently had an update where we actually get playlists now. So you don't have to worry about watching everybody. You can just pick the people you like. Thank you.